Whether you notice it or not, all our lives are linked together by this global system of interconnected computer networks. The Internet. This reliable wireless service is accessible from almost every location on this planet. It is a huge, diverse information and resource center, and is the defining technology of the human race, leading humans to a whole new era of technology and cyber innovations. The Internet enables billions of people to communicate and connect. It is the world's largest shopping mall and is a vital information center. No invention in human history has grown so fast in such little time. The Internet became part of the daily lives of humans and part of their self-identity. Yet, who is the inventor of such a huge, complicated network? The similar idea of the Internet was introduced by a psychologist called J.C.R. Licklider, a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the 1950s.
Licklider's vision was that computers would allow you to communicate better, and that would allow you to connect all the computers together so that they might be more useful in the sharing of information among people.
I believe that
The Internet was first used by the United States Department of Defense in order to secure communication during the Cold War. It allowed scientists and researchers to communicate over long distances with security. The basis of computer networks and the Internet was built and gradually improved, turning it into the complex Internet network that we use every day. Today, we use the Internet for researching, communicating, shopping, studying, and all kinds of activities. The generation that is the most affected by the invention of the Internet is the millennial generation. This is because the millennials generally were born when the Internet was first introduced to the world. So far, the Internet has become part of the daily lives of the millennials since they were young. The invention of the Internet affects the millennial generation in 3 ways: enabling them to learn in more convenient ways, making social interactions more convenient, and creating a whole new lifestyle. The invention of the Internet has created a new process of learning for the students, which both positively and negatively affects them.
For instance, we bring the dictionary to the school every day, which is a real book, very heavy. We check informations in the library and waste a lot of time to go and come back. Now you have the internet, it's very easy to access, and you can check all the informations at home or at school. It saves lots of time.
The Internet can provide the mentally disabled with education. It enables people to get special education that is suitable for different situations. The Internet enables the millennials to have more access to the information needed.
It's a distraction of education because sometimes you check the information you really need, which is helpful for the education, but in the meantime, you might be distracted with these social medias or games. It's a big distraction too.
But it also interferes with proper education by changing their ways of gaining knowledge and thus providing the false ideas through some so-called education on the Internet. There are also a lot of distractions like social media, which interferes with the student's education.
I call them, or I knock their doors. Yeah, actually, do you know there is something called BB call? A very small, tiny machine. Actually, it's kind of like a half size of the cell phone today. It doesn't show much. It has a very small screen, shows a number. So if you want to contact someone, you call to the center. There's a service center. You call them, and some actually real person will pick up the phone and leave a message. to someone you are calling to. I use WeChat, use these apps more often.
The internet also allows people to contact each other over long distances. The daily lives of the millennials are always associated with the internet.
Some people I know, they might spend too much time on the internet and they forgot actually to interact with people face to face.
So once face-to-face interactions are decreased because of the convenience to contact people over long distances.
Before the internet, I used to write my diaries every day at home. And now I kind of post on WeChat or Weibo, share my feelings or what happened. I think I used to hang out with my friends and read books when I don't have access to use internet.
Nowadays, 1/5 of the millennials spend more than 20 hours online per week. The invention of the internet affects the millennial generation by creating new ways of obtaining education, making social media part of an individual's identity, and changing their lifestyles completely. The network society that we currently have is a product of the digital revolution. People are dependent on the modern web's multidimensionality, where there are massive networks making education, marketing, and communication available. Even though some negative effects might result, the internet mostly benefits the society as a whole by interlinking the world together in this global network society. The internet isn't a bad system itself. What humans do with the internet is the question.
How much do you think this advanced operating environment is worth?